But we're going to go ahead and start with Thymesia, and then we're going to play the long drive afterwards. I saw a trailer for this game recently, and I recently also saw it had a demo, and I figured let's go and play it because the game looked awesome. And I really want to see how it plays. Hermes Fortress. Hermes Kingdom, the land of alchemy, is said that the alchemy employed here transforms diseases into antidotes. The people of Hermes were protected by this mystical art, and the kingdom became one of the most powerful nations on the continent. I do hope this runs well. If it doesn't, we're going to have to tweak some settings, but should be fine. Coming for the long drive. In the beginning, people thought it was just another infectious disease. No voice acting just yet, I'd imagine. It wasn't until the livestock began dying and those who had been infected began shrieking out in pain that they had realized a deadly plague had befallen them. It doesn't, you just need to wait for next PC. I was considering it. The various kingdoms tried to fend off the ghastly creatures. Hermes Kingdom, founded atop a colossal tree, quickly rose to power due to their use of miraculous alchemical science, which was able to turn the plague into as the plague ravaged the lands, they relied on this alchemy to light the blessed flame. But where is the light? But where there is light, there will always be shadow. Yeah, I'm gonna have a new PC by the time this game officially releases, so if it doesn't run well, then... Oh! Basic controls. To move Corvus, and hold A to sprint. A. Look around and beat it, interact with objects. Okay. Oh, it is running a bit ass. But you know, games usually take a little bit to load. You know, it's got to load everything in, cache it all in. Get your photos back, nice. The camera's moving a bit fast for my taste, but we'll deal with it for now. The tutorials collection, beat, interact. How do I attack? I guess it doesn't want me to attack just yet. Due to the recent epidemic outbreak, Hermes Kingdom will immediately enter an emergency state. All citizens must abide by the following orders. All citizens are forbidden from going out. Essential supplies will be distributed by the knights. Any sightings of plague-like symptoms or mutations must be immediately reported to the knights to be dealt with. Any corpses or unclean objects must be handed over to the relevant personnel for incineration and purification. Effective date immediately. Crumpled up piece of paper. Follow the commands and search for the cores. Saber Attack. Press RB to perform a Saber Attack. Use A to dodge enemy attacks. Saber Attacks damage the enemy and leave wounds on them. Wounds are temporary and will heal after a short period if no more damage is inflicted. When the enemy health and wounds are both 0, they will become dazed. Approach a dazed enemy and use RB to execute them. So stance breaking. Ooh. Very nice. Button binding seem a bit odd. A little bit. It's only slightly different from Elden Ring. So, I mean, the only thing different is really the run button. Plus, I'm sure I can change it if I want to. Yeah, I think. Hang on. The camera is moving a bit too fast for me. UI controls, gameplay, camera sensitivity. Put it down a little bit. That's a bit better. Deflect. Use LB just before the enemy attack hits Corvus to deflect it. Deflecting an enemy attack damages the enemy and negates any damage to Corvus. A deadly silence hangs over the streets. Oh, God! Oh. Use potion. My health is actually the white bar? Oh. Come on, let me parry you. Am I doing it quickly? It must be like a pretty tight window. There we go. Yeah, that is a really tight window. Holy shit. That is like a few frames. Probably like 7 frames or something. The usual Dark Souls version, or Dark Souls timing. If you're not a big fan of trigger bumper attacking in games like this, Elden Ring can get away with it because you're not really mashing attack much. So I'm also out of healing. Parrying doesn't actually hit them. Oh. We might die a few times. You are the Devourer. Wield your claws. Tear apart the cursed bodies. Claw attack. Tap RT to perform a claw attack. The claw attack deals a lot of damage to enemy wounds and prevents them from healing. To enemy wounds? Oh. Oh, that range is so short. A lot shorter than the animation implies. Or the startup applies. Only 2 photos were corrupted, so you win. The controls will take a little bit of getting used to. No charge attacks or anything. Ooh, okay. That did a lot of wound damage as well. Okay, I'm seeing how it works. Claw attack might only work on the green health then, maybe. Maybe it fully depletes green health? Kind of like their white is their shields, like their first health bar, and then their green is their second health bar, but you can deplete their second health bar early. Does it do anything to hit them with the claw before you've dealt HP damage? I don't actually think so. I think I've hit them twice with all white health and hasn't done anything. Due to the recent epidemic outbreak, Hermes Kingdom will immediately enter. I've already read that. Memories retrieved. Casting a Reaved Plague Weapon. Use Y to cast a Reaved Plague Weapon. Reaved Plague Weapons can only be used once. Enemy attacks can interrupt the casting of Plague Weapons, so time them correctly. Oh! 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 What a tanky enemy. Seems like it does very little anyway. You know, like the actual claw attack. I'm not sure. We'll have to fuck about with it to find out if it actually does a whole ton. You can't execute enemies from behind. At least I can't tell. An anonymous soldier's diary. The king's dagger and grey armor. They are our last hope. They led the survivors and tried to make things right. The infected corpses were burned to purify them of sickness. Also, I should move my chat because the UI is in the bottom right. There we go. Deal a lot of damage to enemy wounds. I think what it does is it like buffs my next attack. Oh no, it does fully deplete green health. Okay. So that's what that does. Beacon. Resting in a beacon will save current progress, refill potions, and restore health and energy. Resting in a beacon will also resurrect most enemies. Beacon found. Just a fucking chair? I cannot do anything here. Huh. Not surprising, considering this is just a demo. Feathers as lethal as iron arrows pierce their weakness. Critical attacks and feather attacks. When a green light appears before an enemy attack, they will perform a critical attack that cannot be deflected. Instead, Corvus must move out of range or use a feather attack. Before an enemy's critical attack hits, Corvus use LT to throw a feather and interrupt the enemy attack. Feathers will also wound the enemy. Okay. Oh! That is not an easy timing. Oh, okay. Yeah, you have to do it like pretty much as soon as you see the attack happening. Oh, I thought I dodged that. Oh! Okay, I'm seeing how this fight's gonna go a little bit. Oh, what? I saw it coming. You saw that. Oh! Oh god, that deals so much damage. So the ones that stay dead? Yeah, I'd imagine those are like bosses or heavy enemies, just like in most Souls games. Huh. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. I keep dodging backwards after that, and I should be dodging to the side. Feather seems to just not do anything. I kind of agree. Like I'm hitting the guy early and I'm hitting the guy late, and neither times is their attack being interrupted. Maybe it's like long range parrying. Like there's just it's like a really tight window. Oh. Oh, I've never seen that attack. No, fuck. Every time I get parried, I gotta not do that. Maybe I should be trying to parry him. Oh, there we go. It's... Yeah, I think it's a very specific timing. I also thought I dodged that. Yeah, I was trying to get away. I got stuck in the environment. Yeah, I think the parry and the feather just has like a very specific timing. Oh, fuck. so it's not then. It's not like after the attack has started. Oh, it's when they're in active frames, I think. So it's like a counter. Not like a parry, it's a counter. Do I not have invincibility frames when I'm dodging? That was a pretty late dodge. Maybe this enemy is just very specifically tuned for you to actually do the feather on them. And like everything else is kind of just not worth it. Feather? Come on. No? There we go. Okay, I tried. He just recovered all his HP. Huh. Okay, then you do it. Seems like you gotta do it like really late. Fuck. That's what the claw is for, to stop him from healing? I guess, oh, okay, so you are correct. How are you enjoying the demo? I'm enjoying it so far. Bit harder than I expected. The timings on all of the like the parrying and stuff is very tight compared to what I'm used to. But I mean, we'll deal with it. Oh fuck, that's a late attack. Roundhouse? Yeah, and then I gotta do that late. I keep forgetting. Oof. I got greedy. Feather? No. No, here's a feather. I'm actually genuinely curious about what the window is for feather. Because it seems really tight, like a very specific window. Like that. I want to get a claw on him now. Oh, he healed it already. Fuck, I didn't even notice. I can probably parry that overhead move if I really feel lucky. I think that was not very avoidable from my current position. Oh! To the side? Oh, I didn't do it. Feels like you lose invincibility frames when you dodge after a certain point. Oh, I tried it. The white health bars are regenerating shield. Okay. So that's why they keep regaining HP. Witcher, you've tried it yet, but try charging your claw attack. I have. Does it deal more? I would imagine it deals more damage or stuff like that. I actually charged it by accident the first time anyway. It's honestly just finding a window to do it against this guy. I mean, I guess I could do it like in neutral. I wasn't prepared for the feather that time. Neither was I that time. Oh, early. Okay, he healed it. Early again. Being in range of that is tough. Not exactly. Early again. I'm just doing it way too early. That was also a really early try to parry. There we go. Oh, what did that? I don't know what that did. That was like a different animation. Did he block it? Huh. Okay, I'm getting it. Take off that chunk of HP. Oh, early again. Okay, so after I get parried, he's always going to do a green attack, so I gotta... or a critical, I suppose. No, don't get greedy. It's fine. He's like 1 HP. Oh, shit. Oh. For what I'm assuming is just going to be a regular enemy, that's a tough fight. I'm assuming once you get really good with the feather, though, that becomes a lot easier. You can now use... Oh! Oh, that's how you get special attacks. You absorb them. I didn't even notice. Thank you. So, charging the claw attack, like, you kind of absorb their moves. That's actually a really cool mechanic. Which means it's worth landing quite a decent chunk of the time. How did this all begin? They said that an accident occurred on the day of the king's birthday. Previously, the plague was only spreading outside the kingdom, but after the outbreak, all have gone mad. That's a really cool mechanic, actually. I haven't even faced a boss yet. An actual health barred enemy. Have I already been here? No, I haven't. Another enemy I'm going to learn all the timings for now. Oh, shit. Oh, damn. Forgot I died. Or I had no HP. It's not available in the demo, but from what you know, later on you can acquire them permanently. Is this dude respawn now? No, okay. So the hard enemies don't respawn. Understandable. I'm assuming that's what the other slot is for in the bottom right. One of them is for the ones you absorb, and the other is for ones you permanently have. That's what the mana bar is going to be. Yeah, panic dodging in this game is going to be really not worth it. I want to see what he has. That's kind of why I, the spear guy is harder than 90% of FromSoft bosses. I'm definitely noticing it. I think it's mostly because of how this game's mechanics work in terms of like the dodging and stuff like that, you have very little invincibility frames in comparison to like FromSoft games where you're invincible like 70% of your roll. In this, it's like you got to do it pretty much as soon as, and you can't just spam them. If this was like a, if I was actually playing like a FromSoft character, this wouldn't be that much of a challenge. Having a look at his moveset. Tried to dodge through him. There's a lot of recovery on your dodge. Ah, that's what that animation is for. Damn. This game really punishes panic actions. I wish more FromSoft enemies did that. At the end of Elden Ring, a lot of enemies started punishing you for panic actioning a lot. So this game is gonna award. Oh fuck, that was an early one. Way too early. Seems like this is gonna punish you really hard for doing it. You can kind of mash through most FromSoft games early on, which is fine. People are calling it clunky. I think I wouldn't say this is clunky. It feels clunky, like a fake clunky, as in like a placebo clunky. When in reality, it's just really deliberate. I've played games like it feels like Monster Hunter, you know. But Monster Hunter, once you get into the flow, is just way better anyway. From a feel standpoint, from when you started. Okay, so it seems like after you get a successful feather, you can usually get a free claw. I need to hit him to make sure he doesn't regen. Not sure if that was worth it. He's healing now. Oh! I should probably heal. I think he can one-shot me at this point. Oh, fuck. That actually hit me. Okay, I'm gonna heal. I think with the triple strike, I should be dodging into him on the last hit. Probably. And then... Early! Oh, way too early. People are expected to be able to play the way they did from FromSoft games. They're realizing Thymesia is similar, but it's its own thing. So how do I counter parries? That's what I'm curious about. Since parries are like where I'm getting a lot of my sources of damage from. Where I get parried and then something happens. I guess I just gotta dodge the attack afterwards every time. It's not like I can bait them doing a parry or anything as well. I'm assuming there's a counter. Cool thing you learn about the feathers, they actually deal a tiny bit of damage. Oh, so I can use them to just like poke and keep their health low. Oh shit. Oh, I tried dodging into it. That didn't even reach me. Wow. Take off that HP. Oh, panic roll. My bad. No, early. Fuck. Oh. Yeah, I'm wondering what to do against parries. Oh, I tried to do a feather. I dodged by accident. I wouldn't have done it anyway. That would have been bad timing. Yeah, but the claw doesn't stun them. Okay. So... yeah, you kind of got... it's like you got to find an opening for every move you want to do, every progress you want to save. That's kind of interesting, actually. How every fight, or every big fight at least, is... like, you got to save your progress, and in a sense, with the claw. You got to have, like, a really good damage rotation. Otherwise, you're going to lose progress, and the fight's going to go on forever. Interesting. Ah, that was a late dodge. Anytime you see me just like stand there and get hit, that's probably because I tried to late dodge. Ah, there we go. Oh, fuck. Yeah, parries are where I'm losing all my momentum. Where, like, I go to punish an attack and they just parry me. And I don't know if there's a way I can deal with that. Do I attack them with the claw instead? Maybe they can't parry the claw? But the claw doesn't deal damage by itself. And some of their parry attacks are unavoidable. Like, once you get hit by the parry, you're kind of done. This guy's meant to be killed with parrying him. Yeah, I'm not using parrying all too much, and I should be. I also gotta remember that, like, just parrying isn't enough. It's not like a FromSoft parry where I get, like, a damage opening after I do it. I have to actually parry the correct attack. So not this one. That one. Yeah, this seems like a very parry game. How much you assume the long drive will amount of state? I mean, we might not get to the long drive if I'm not gonna complete this demo in time, you know? I thought this was gonna be like a 20-minute demo. No, this is taking a big chunk of time. Which is fine. It's a great game to play. Was that? Oh, that was a parry. Oh, that was a bad heal. Oh, I missed! My attack missed! Well, look, a Sakura parry does posture damage, but doesn't stop them. It seems like every hard fight in this game is going to be down to like how it is in most FromSoft games as well, where you kind of suck ass until you get it, and then you're like, ah, that's how you do it, and then you're good, you know? No! I dodged back. I had to do that just to maintain pressure. No, he's regenning. Damn it. Early. Early parry, early feather. Yeah, this enemy is really hard. It's all about timing. Since all their attacks are multi-hit as well, it's not like you can dodge them either. I get the most leeway when I do a couple successful parries in a row. The problem is I can't capitalize on it, you know? Because then they have all their white health gone, and I can't get that green health down. Early. The way you beat him is get parries in one combo, dodge to the next one, or dodge the next one immediately after you dodge the last hit. Parries one combo. I see. So you strategically, instead of like trying to get too greedy and getting too much posture damage, you kind of just take what you get. I see. Like that, basically. Just save all the time. Ah! Okay, okay. The main problem is I can't get enough damage off with the claw. But I'm getting there. It was the most successful so far. Maybe I should try and... I think I'm going to try and do a full charge at a certain point. Because then that'll get me both a new ability, which might help me chunk down his health enough to kill him. You know, kind of use it to get that last little breadth. That was the worst parry of all time? That was the worst parry of all time. Okay, yeah. Exposed a little bit of HP. Thought you said you can full charge after feather riposte. I did notice that on the last enemy as well. Once you get a feather riposte, you can get a full charge. But it's pretty much guaranteed because they're not going to attack in time for you to do anything else, or for you to not be able to dodge or parry, depending on your preference. Waddicker does the worst parry ever. Asked to leave the club. Oh. Oh, I don't think I was supposed to do that. I'm spam parrying now. I should stop it. Yeah, like again, I don't like that parry move. Because that parry move seems like you can't do... Like, I think the enemy's parrying you in general. Kind of... weird. Because it's not exactly something you can bait out, either. I guess it's supposed to disincentivize mashing. Maybe they only do it if you're mashing? Maybe. I needed this. Oh, it didn't reach. Fuck. Okay. The boss of the demo was really fun. Your friend compared him to a heavy, chunky Gale. I actually don't know who Gale is. Are they from one of the Dark Souls games? Because I haven't actually played any of the Dark Souls games. I've only played Sekiro, Bloodborne, and Elden Ring. And I haven't even actually played all that much of Sekiro now that I think about it. Mostly just Bloodborne and Elden Ring. Oh well. These parries aren't going all too well. You're missing out. Then DSD is the best bosses from stuff made. Wow. Vast majority of Elden Ring's bosses feel rather mid. I actually really like a majority of Elden Ring's bosses. Maybe it's just because I haven't played Dark Souls 3, but I actually like most of them. I mean, actually, I would say maybe like 60% of them are mid, and then there's a solid like 30%, which I think are really good. And then there's like 10% that I think are kind of ass. Oops. Oh, I still had it. I didn't even notice. Yeah, I think my biggest criticism with this demo so far, or the game so far, I guess, would be I don't think enemies should be able to parry you. Or at least not as often as they seem to be doing it. Because it feels very like RNG based. And I know I said that while sucking the most ass of any player ever, but I don't like that I can go like, oh, it's time to punish, and then they just parry me and then I die. Because there's no way for me to bait that. They just kind of do it when you hit their attack. You know? Especially considering I can't, like, I'm trying to get like a 2-hit combo off. And I can't. I feel like I should at least be allowed to have 2 hits. Like, sure, if you want to disincentivize mashing, you know, after that, then you can parry me, but... The range on Claw as well is very sad. And then, like, it doesn't hit half the time. Considering how reliant you are on Claw to actually, like, make progress in a fight, it's kind of annoying it doesn't hit half the time. The range is so pitiful. I guess I gotta do that. Other than this guy, you don't really call anyone parrying your attacks. The last guy did it as well, and considering that's the only two big enemies I've faced so far, it kind of sets a picture for the rest of the game. I'm assuming that a lot of enemies are going to be parrying you then, you know? Fuck. I should probably have banked. I don't really remember that. Maybe you just didn't notice. Yeah, the last guy also parried me. But his attacks after the parry were avoidable. This guy's aren't. Which is kind of maybe my main problem, is the fact that this guy's parry attacks aren't avoidable. They do them so quick after they parry you that you just kind of die. It was fine when the last guy did like he parried you, then he did a massive, really telegraphed overhead swing, which you could dodge if you timed it correctly. This guy kind of just like pokes you. Early. Oh, I tried to dodge it. I mean, even then, the parrying is not what's getting me killed a lot of the time either. It's kind of just mistiming my stuff. This does seem like it's trying to be a lot more difficult. A lot more execution-based. Early parries. I might just run past this guy. You shouldn't go for swings, rather the claw. I guess. I suppose, yeah. Instead of losing progress, just constantly bank it. But then what's the point of R1s, you know? Why? I don't get it. So, I think my biggest problem with this game so far, aside from the parries, which is like forgettable, I can ignore that, is the claw. The claw feels like really inconsistent, and not like a. It feels like inconsistent in a bad way, I think. Because that claw right there traveled like 2 times the usual distance that the claw usually travels. Sometimes it misses, sometimes it doesn't miss, sometimes it travels so far, sometimes it doesn't travel at all. It feels like a really inconsistent move, and considering how much of the game, or how much the game seems to want you to rely on it to get any damage in. It should not be inconsistent. Fuck. I mean, it's a demo. I can accept the problems, but I'm just saying, you know, may as well voice them now. Thank you so much for the help. Whew. As in, like, thank you so much for telling me what I should be doing more, like what damage rotation I should be doing more, focusing more on the claw than I am on R1 attacks. You were correct. Oh. That is a tough fight. Very tough. Which is fine. I kind of hope that the claw gets tuned a little bit. The pathway to all regions of the kingdom are either lined with monsters or blocked by soldiers. None can leave and none can enter. It's really fun. This game's combat system is really fun, though. Visuals are quite nice as well. Like, very appealing. Very Bloodborne-y. Which is always a plus. Even the more your game gets compared to Bloodborne, the better. So... honestly, only with this guy. With the other enemies, it's pretty smooth and has some tracking against the other boss. I think maybe the main problem, and I'm gonna kind of show it here, not show it, but I think it's the terrain. I think it's just this, like, the claw doesn't really work. Oh. If you see me jittering sometimes, my controller's analog stick is a bit funky. You recommend healing up now? Probably, yeah, because that dude is, yeah, I think it might be the terrain. Like, that was a really low distance for the claw. And then double distance. I can get consistent double distance, but when if you charge it, is it? If you charge it, you go no distance. So it's like a hard read. But even then, sometimes when I've done like the quick claw, I've gone the same distance as the charged one, which is kind of weird. I'm sure it'll get fine-tuned. I'm sure something will happen. Either way, no matter how it actually acts, I would say it feels inconsistent, which is my criticism. Even if it isn't, you know? That's just how it initially feels, which is fine. Some things can feel inconsistent at first in a hard game. Sometimes it's just a matter of learning how the game works first. It's like, you know, you can say a fighting game feels inconsistent when you're playing it, because some things happen and some things don't. But then, you know, in truth, it all does make sense, ultimately. In a fighting game, that is. Artorias? No, Artorias' armor's black. Oh! Is there gonna be voice acting in the full game? I'm assuming there is, and they just haven't put it in yet. Holy shit. Holy crap. Yo, there's death animations? That's sick. Oh, you're not supposed to beat him? I didn't even get a shot. Continue. I mean, I'm assuming some people have beaten him, right? Obviously, some people are that good. It's not like he's completely unbeatable. Oh, yeah, you just get put straight back. Parries felt inconsistent at first, then you get almost perfect parries in the spear guy. Yeah, that's true. You can, but he's really damn tough. Alright. Then I shall sit and watch his moveset for a little bit. Okay, overhead swing. Okay. Okay, pretty standard big enemy stuff. Oh, if you're close, he does a spear attack. Okay. Considering you only have 3 heals, that's probably... Oh, fuck. Why he's so hard. Dead. Bam. Yeah, definitely doable. It's just that, like, making any mistake in this fight is super punishing. That's an entire heal gone, and you only have 3 heals. Try getting his special plague attack. Not really useful against him, but it looks so damn cool. You just, like, guts berserk against him. Just pull out a massive sword. I'll try it. Might cost me a heal. Oh, that is so sick. Oh, that is awesome. I got so lucky there. I panic parried early. Panic parry. Panic parry. Yeah, he is so hard. I'm guessing not every enemy or not every boss in the game is gonna have a death cutscene like that. I'm assuming that's just for the demo for flair, but it's cool. I would actually love to see that if every enemy had some specific death animation. Adds a lot of personality as well, a lot of style, as opposed to just like hitting you with the "you died" screen. Seeing your character get like fucking smooshed by the biggest sword of all time. Pretty much more memorable. I actually parried it, wow. Oops. I should probably heal. That would have gotten me hit, I think, if he actually hit that. Oh, shit. Damn. Once you get into the flow with him, he's super fun to fight. You've actually managed to beat him without moving at one point. Yeah, this seems like a very, That's something I've been noticing, is like, you might have seen it as well in my gameplay. Whenever I'm just getting ready to parry something, I just stand still and just wait. So I'm noticing it's a very, like, reactionary game. You stand still, you kind of just wait for stuff to happen. Definitely noticing it. I think moving, if anything, is kind of like a a downside. I mean, unless you want to dodge attacks, then. Oof. Use that time to heal. Early. I should have clawed. Oh! Early. Damn, he's cool though. Do we know how far this is into the game? Like, have they mentioned how far this boss actually is in? Is it like first boss, second boss, third boss? Start of the game, mid game? This does seem like a starter game area, which is understandable for a demo. I would assume this is probably the first boss or the second boss. Maybe the second boss, because the first boss is usually something that's relatively easy. All bosses might have, rather recall seeing a clip of some later bosses doing it. World record speedrun. Death percent. It can be, but it can also be quite fast if you're inexperienced. Between most of its swings, you can get a sword hit in. Because you can channel it into dodges and parries. That is something that I've also noticed as well. You can do most actions pretty much immediately with, like, you don't have to care about your recovery frames on anything but dodging, which really does inform the playstyle you're going for, or the game is going for. I hate this attack. Oh, the poke is so hard to deal with. Me playing Elden Ring PvP and someone has a greatsword, and all they do is poke me. No shit. Is my stream dying? I just lost a bunch of frames. I think we'll give it a few more tries. This is definitely supposed to be... This is like fighting Magnum Mallow in the Monster Hunter Rise demo. Like, you're not... You can beat him, but you're not supposed to, per se. It's like for the people who just really want to go at it, you know? Give you some meat to chunk on, to chew on. No, that's the poke. Oh, fuck, I hate the poke so much. If you miss your opening to heal, you're also basically dead. Yeah, this seems really hard. Also, he has a second phase, by the way. I do see that in the top right corner. I see the double health bar icon. Unless that's just like a boss icon or something, but I think it's meant to represent that he has 2 health bars. So even if you do beat this one phase... Maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. Yeah, like there's 2 dots up there. Early. I should have healed. Yep. Maybe I should instead try and create distance. You don't want to sound like you're bragging, but I think he's meant to be defeatable. Takes time, but after 10 tries... I mean, I think the end screen, which says, like, thanks for playing, is supposed to be like a... I think that tells me he's not really meant to be beatable. Or defeatable in like a normal sense. It's supposed to be like, okay, that's where you can end your play of the demo if you want. He's just like an optional super boss for the demo. Oh, I mean, obviously he's meant to be beatable. He's a boss. But, you know what I mean. I don't think the average player is supposed to beat him. You know, someone who just picked up the demo to have a look at it. Ah, early. It's the poke that gets me. Yep. Oh, I did it. No, he had an extra attack. Oh, definitely doable. I can definitely see the rhythm you get into. Actually, if we're talking about, if we go back to like talking about Elden Ring bosses and how a lot of them are mid, I will admit a lot of them I don't really get into a flow with, which is what I was hoping for a lot more. Which is. I'm a little bit disappointed by Elden Ring bosses in that regard, in the sense that not a lot of them I really, like, had to sit down, focus on, and be like, okay, let's, you know, let's grind this out, let's actually get this going. A lot of them I was either, like, really over-leveled for, a lot of it, or, they had really easy movesets. The only ones I had to actually kind of sit down and focus on were... Luckily, a lot of the main story bosses, like Morgott, actually no, Morgott, not, I wouldn't actually class Morgott, actually. Morgott, Godric, and Malekith. I think Malekith is easily my favorite boss in Elden Ring. I really love Malekith. To me, the thanks for playing is basically their message for players saying, yeah, this game is going to fuck you up. Yeah, I think that's why I said it. I think it's supposed to be the end if you want it to be. You know? Oh, early. Bosses in ER have super low recovery time, chain combos, and have input reading, which makes fights feel less interactive. I will admit that is the... I noticed that on Morgott and Morgott the most out of any boss, but I don't mind it on any other boss, because, like, for the most part, like, Godric and, like, Beast Clergyman and a few others are, like, really good in terms of their, like, their moveset and how you interact with their moveset, the openings you have. I think they, above anything else, promote a very fun playstyle of fighting them. But then, like, Morgott has his, like, infinite chain combos, which are, like, really aggravating. Even on, like, a second playthrough. I've done 2 playthroughs of Elden Ring so far. Ah, early. Or late. Even on, like, a second playthrough, Morgott is, like, really annoying to fight. Just because he feels, like, random. No! Early, You could also go for dodges instead of parries. It definitely makes the fight easier. In your level 1 run, you definitely felt like the input reading and the combos. You just didn't enjoy fighting them that much. I don't really enjoy Margit. I think he's a fun boss, but I don't think he's like... He's fun, but he's not fun, if you know what I mean. He's kind of like... I hate fighting this guy, but he's still hard, in a sense, and like a good hard. It's really weird, especially in Phase 2. I actually really like Margit Phase 2. I think Phase 1 is really annoying. Phase 2 Margit is actually really fun, because he's got a lot more predictable moves. Ah, fuck. I think I gotta dodge that move. Yeah, like that. I can parry that one. At least not immediately. Maybe when I get enough skill, but right now I can't. I also gotta dodge, I think I gotta dodge that too. Oh, he did it early. Damn. Morgott is an interesting boss. He has some flaws that all our bosses have, but his fight is really nice visually. I actually don't like Morgott. I like Margit more than I like Morgott, because Morgott feels way easier, especially at the level you fight him at. If you know what I mean, like, by the point you fight Morgott, you're really over-leveled for him. Usually, if you're actually like playing the game, you're exploring a bit and you're getting items you want. And since you've already fought Margit, half of his moveset is very... you already know it. Damn. At least grinding this boss is really fun. It's a really fun boss. That's the curse of the open world? I mean, I don't think it's the curse. I think it's like half of the benefit. It's shit for balancing. Maybe. Maybe. I think you get more than you lose from the open world. I think they've translated it pretty much flawlessly. But I mean, I think you could do the same thing in previous FromSoft games as well, where you could explore around to get over leveled and then just fight a boss with like a few levels more than you were supposed to and do a lot better. Early. Definitely something you could do in previous FromSoft games. More damage, yes, but not for such a ridiculous amount. Yeah, I suppose. It also depends on if you grind it as well, which people really don't need to do in Elden Ring, considering you can just go and explore a lot more. I still think Elden Ring is one of my favorite games of all time, I think. Personally speaking, I just really love it. The combat is like really smooth, and the bosses, like, while a lot of the bosses are mid, I think it's overall like a super enjoyable experience. I couldn't really say the same. Like, I actually enjoyed Sekiro less the bits I played, but I think it's just because Sekiro focuses on like a progression I'm not as much of a fan of. You know what I mean? Like, Sekiro had you unlocking new moves to your existing kit. When, in Elden Ring, you have access to your entire kit from the start, which is... or when you have the weapon. which I like a bit more. I should have healed. Yep. For me, Era is about 7.5 out of 10, which sucks because you were incredibly hyped for it. You want to enjoy as much as others do. It is a shame. I would say for me it's a 9. I enjoyed it a lot more than that, I would say. Well, from the sounds of it, I did. Oh, shit, no, did I start a new save? By accident? Maybe I just loaded my... yeah, we'll give this boss a few more tries. I said that a few tries ago, but oh, I did start a new game. Maybe not then? I think I accidentally started a new game. In which case, you know, that's fine. Yeah. I accidentally started a new game, but that, I mean, that's fine. I can just play the demo again at some point. I will try and beat the boss offline, probably when I go and boot the game up again, but I'm really excited for this game. It did feel very clunky at first, but I think the spear guy and the boss do kind of prep your mind for like what the game is going to be, like how you're going to have to play it, where it's like very parry focused, very like saving your progress with the claw. It's very visually gorgeous, very fun to play, very nice. The dodges feel clunky, which I think might be intentional. Mainly because you're not supposed to panic with them. You're not supposed to dodge like you can do in FromSoft games. Big thing with Varg is that he feels fair. Oh yeah, Varg feels very fair. I didn't feel like any of my deaths there were unfair. I literally just mistimed a thing and I died, which is, you know, brutal, but it's fair. You still have damage is stupid high, but you never felt like you died due to something stupid exactly. I agree. I feel like that's... Considering how simple his moveset is, at least from the first bit I saw, he feels probably like one of the most fair bosses I've seen. Like, there's no more fair boss I can think of. Purely execution based. No gimmicks, no stuff, it's just timing. No, like, bullshit, you know, randomly hits you from across the stage with some crap or whatever. Want a spoiler about second phase? Does he gain a second sword? Does he start hitting you a lot? Sure, you give me like a mild spoiler if you want. I'll probably play offline again and get to the boss anyway, because I want to try and beat him. I think this is really fun. This is a really great game. I did have a few minor criticisms. Like I said, I don't like that bosses or that enemies can parry you, especially since it feels so like spur of the moment. Like you can be doing you can be dodging and parrying attacks, and then you go to do an L1 and you get like immediately parried and you die because their after parry move is unavoidable. I don't like that. I feel like, I mean, it's fine. There's no way to have a mid spoiler about it, I'm just a major one. Okay, then you can withhold it from me. I'll see it myself, probably. But yeah, the criticisms I had were parries. I don't know if I like them as much. Maybe a bit fine-tune them a little bit. And the claw. I think the claw feels very inconsistent. And for what is supposed to be like a main part of your kit, like you're supposed to be using that pretty much every other attack, it feeling inconsistent is gonna make or break it, I think. After getting parried by enemies, you can parry them back, which forces an interesting flow. I actually did manage to do that. There are some... I did notice with the spear guy, though, he has a backstep attack he does, where he like turns around, backsteps, and then stabs you from far away. That was unavoidable, from what I could tell. I could be wrong. Maybe you have like a single frame to parry, but from what I could tell, that was unavoidable. The claw is very consistent, yeah, because you're supposed to be right up against that guy, you know? I think when there's no distance between you and the enemy, the claw is fine. Because you can just hit it and then also he's big. Is another thing. He's massive. But then like this one small little spear guy on like rocky terrain, like that kind of goes in and out and the distance varies depending on like the terrain or like how much you charge it, then it starts to feel like, you know, like I had an opening to do it and I did it and then it just missed for no reason because he was like walking to the side and the terrain made it so that I flipped past him. Like that feels a lot less fair, you know? The boss is very fair. I wouldn't be able to call bullshit on the boss at any point, which is good. On the normal enemy, I could maybe see myself getting frustrated. I was actually starting to get frustrated with the spear enemy, but you know, suppressed it and brought it back. He's awkward to fight, in my opinion. To me, the demo's a 9 out of 10, but the spear guy is a 6. I actually think I agree entirely. I think the demo is like a 9 out of 10. The only thing I want, more of it. That's all I want. I want more of the demo. And like, the point reduction, again, I think is maybe for the claw. I know I'm talking about it a lot, but I think the claw, it's like a zit, I think. I know it's probably consistent. I know it probably is consistent, but it feels awkward. And then the spear guy, like you said, the spear guy is weird. Open the game and check options. I can check options. Oh, combat options. Oh, okay, sorry. You're right. Actually, I didn't actually look at the menu, the actual pause menu. Luckily, I think I can just run past all these enemies if I want to face the boss again. Retrieved general potion quantity 3 health recovery 150. Oh, you're gonna be able to increase your health recovery. Nice. Oh, you're level 1 here. Yeah, maybe that boss is gonna be easier in game. But it's on me. Worded it poorly. No, it's fine. Execution. Oh, deflect, dodge, claw, feather, strategies. Growing feather. Oh, regen every 10 seconds. Items. Crystal that shines a mysterious light? Hmm. Oh, there's gonna be so much. So it's in, combat options? Is that here? Oh, actually, charge forward with the promo claw attack, the enemy claw attacks deal a lot of damage. Long claw. Predator's claw. Energized claws. Whenever Corvus deals damage to a claw attack, some energy will be restored. Maybe I should have read these at some point. In talents. You can carry 2 play weapons. Unlock 2 skill shards, and the other is reaved in battle. So it's correct. You wanted the first slot is for ones you have, and the second is for ones you take. Hmm. Also, parrying that chain of attacks is very satisfying and very hard. Wait, while in the air? How do you get in the air? I don't know how do you get in the air? Huh. I've never done that. It's kind of sick. Huh. Alright, well. I think we'll be done with this game for now. It's easy, you just have to buy the full game on release. Oh, that easy? Damn. Oh! Yeah, I'll definitely be playing when it comes out. That seems like a lot of fun. Alright. What time is it? It is 20:42. Damn, I'm not gonna... I actually don't have time to stream the long drive. Damn. Okay, well, that's fine. I mean, we played this game, which is probably way cooler, to be honest, but... Oh well. Thanks for the follow. I guess I'll be seeing you on this game's release, probably. They said it was August? That's honestly not too far. It's 3 months. Alright, well, I'll see all of you later. Thanks for watching. Hope you have a wonderful day. I'll be streaming again in about an hour. Hopefully I'll see you then.